Mitchell Fatal, the 5-time European champion of the RWF, versus the current European champion of the RWF Urban Jump at Total Action Guaranteed World Cup Tournament Round 1. As we started at the top of that brutal death tower and we worked our way down and we fought all the way to the bottom. And as my feet touched the outside of that cage, I immediately knew. I immediately had despair and regret and hatred. Because even during the match, I thought Mitchell Fatal versus the current European champion on the world stage. I thought it was going to be a good thing. I thought it was going to be a glorious thing. But as soon as my feet hit the ground, I knew. In my heart, I had that awakening. I had that realization that something was wrong. And the reality is this, Urban Jump. The reality is, there is no way in God's green earth, or in the cosmos above us, or in any reality or dimension or form of professional wrestling, especially for two RWF guys, that the European champion should have been beat. Urban, how dare you? You should have won. You should have beaten me. You're the RWF European champion. Does that mean nothing to you? You should have fought tooth and nail. You should have outfoxed me. You should have did everything you could. You should have tried to end my career, Jump, to escape the Tower of Doom before I did. Because as my feet touched that ground, I knew something was wrong. Because I just embarrassed the RWF. Because I just embarrassed and put to shame the European Championship. Never in my entire career have I been more disgusted to win a match. You should have won, Urban. It wasn't just RWF watching, it was the world. And they watched as the current European champion couldn't even make it out of round 1. You couldn't even make it out of round 1. What did that make RWF look like? What did that make the European Championship of the RWF the most prestigious belt in all of professional wrestling? What did that make it look like? Because as my feet hit the ground, I could feel the goddamn Twitter messages floating in from around the world. India, China, Singapore, Canada. The European champion of the RWF was just knocked out in round 1, and it didn't matter if it was me. It didn't matter that I'm moving on. Because it would have been better for the RWF. It would have been better for the European champion if the guy who is supposedly on top of this company would have moved forward to at least made it out of round 1, Urban. Urban, you should have won. And that's fatal.